the beautiful Edmonton Convention Arena. Getting underway with our first match, Goldie Rogers, Kim Shaw, referee Jim Baker. My co-host this week, none other than Ross Hart, who's been acquainted with professional wrestling for some time. Ross, welcome to ringside.
Well, I hope it will be a pleasure to be with you, Bulldog. I'm sure our views won't always coincide, but few are more knowledgeable about the sport than you or I. I've grown up with it, followed the careers of my brothers and my fathers too. As a wrestler, you were in action for 15 years and you've helped develop your son, Kerry. So I think as a team, we should be successful in bringing all the action to our fans for this show, as Ed Whalen and Jim Davies are absent.
Well, it's certainly a pleasure, you know. We're going to get along. There's no sense arguing, you know. We're going to get along. This is going to be great fun because for the simple reason is Ed Will and Jim Davis is not around, and I just feel great about this television show today, and here we go. You know, Kim Shaw's going to, you know, been watching him for the last 2 or 3 months. He's the most improved wrestler I saw in the area since I've been around here.
Yes, he is. He's a graduate from the Hart Brothers Pro Wrestling Training Camp. He's been wrestling for just less than a year now, and he's made tremendous strides in the last 2 months. I predict a great future for Kim Shaw. He's stocky and very powerful. His upper body strength is one of his greatest assets. And Goldie Rogers, an experienced veteran of over 15 years, will certainly have his hands full with Kim Shaw.
You know, and no, the guy he's wrestling is quite a veteran, crafty. I'll tell you, he knows how to cut corners, Goldie Rogers. I'll tell you, when Goldie Rogers in the ring, you get 150%. He goes out and he wants to show all these newcomers what professional wrestling is all about. So I'm looking for a great matchup right here. Third man, Jim Baker in the ring. Not one of my real favorites, but he is the third man. And also coming up, Ross, we got Davey Boy Smith, Dynamite Kid, and you know what that's all about. The dog fight of the decade, and it's coming right around the corner.
It's everybody throughout the wrestling world looking forward to the showdown between Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid. This match has drawn worldwide interest, not only throughout Canada, but the United States, Europe, Japan, everywhere. The Bulldogs were famous as a tag team. Now they're about to face each other one-on-one. The split up 1 month ago was unfortunate, ending the legacies of one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling. There's very little to choose between them. Dynamite Kid, one of the fastest, most acrobatic men in wrestling. He's never ever backed away from a challenge. Davey Boy Smith, legitimately one of the strongest men in wrestling today. It's very hard to pick a winner between them. What a contest it'll be when they finally collide.
And I'm certainly waiting for it. The world's waiting for it. The wrestling profession is waiting for it. And everybody's talking about the dogfight. So you people just don't miss it. The tickets are going fast.
Kim Shaw attempting to counter that headlock with the top wrist lock. Goldie Rogers, the use of the hair broke the hold. Goldie Rogers, an expert at deceiving the referees, and he's a veteran with many years of experience. He's defeated many younger and inexperienced opponents simply because he's been sly, and he has many tricks that many of us have never seen before.
Nice. A tremendous he's one of my favorites. Anytime you see Goldie Rogers in the ring, hey, he gives you everything he's got, and he's just a veteran. A lot of guys take him very lightly. They get in there and they find out, my, what a mistake we really have. And as the match goes around the 5-minute mark now, Goldie Rogers, Kim Shaw, it's about even, Ross.
So far right now, another hair takedown by Goldie Rogers. Kim Shaw letting his anger get the best of him. Goldie Rogers stepping outside the ring, biding his time. While Goldie Rogers is outside the ring, I'm sure he's planning his next move against Kim Shaw. All the time Goldie Rogers is thinking about how to outmaneuver his opponent in the next instant. He should never be underestimated.
And the match, you know, getting away from this match, talking about later on in the card, when you talk about the Angel of Death versus Jason the Terrible, it had to take some doing to sign this match up. I think your dad did a wonderful job when he made this match. Everybody's been waiting for that one, too.
This has been another long-awaited contest. The Angel of Death standing over 6'6", 220 pounds. The master of the claw hold. I don't know how much effect that will have on Jason. Jason, probably the most suitable opponent for the Angel of Death, standing at 6'4", seems immune to any pain or suffering. A nice arm drag there by Kim Shaw, caught Goldie Rogers coming off the rope. Second arm drag. But certainly, though, Jason has wanted this match for some time. He's been on the receiving end of several attacks and ambushes by the Angel of Death. Now they'll have the opportunity to settle their differences on this show today.
Well, I'm going to ask you a quiz. You know, you talk about Jason Terrible and the Angel of Death. Now, we know, before they ever get in the ring, Ross, that this is not going to be a wrestling match because both hate each other in due respect.
Because of the intense animosity between the two, it will no doubt be a slugfest. The holds will be thrown out, and the referee will have his hands full trying to control this.
Well put, Ross. Getting back to the match, Kim Shaw working on that arm. Good way of doing it. They get that man wearing down, and when the time...
He's going right after Goldie Rogers' arm, and eventually he may be able to weaken it eventually for a submission hold. Kim Shaw, as we mentioned, has tremendous upper body strength, and right now he's putting a lot of pressure in that armbar on Goldie Rogers. Goldie, though, not willing to submit, but under a lot of pain at the moment.
Getting away from the match again, Ross. I'm sure all the wrestling fans know by now. Maybe you can give us a little update on your brother Bruce Hart's condition and how's he coming around.
Well, Bruce will be out of action for a few weeks. You're as familiar with what happened to him as anybody. He's also been attacked by you and Kerry Brown in the Yellowknife area at a recent wrestling show. Bruce will be out of action for 3 to 4 weeks, but he's assured me you're the first one on his list. He wants to face you in a single confrontation, one-on-one, and I hope you're ready for the challenge.
Well, listen, Ross, when it comes to professional wrestling, either you got it or you don't have it. If the game is too tough for your brother Bruce, then I advise him to step aside and let somebody else come in.
Well, it certainly didn't take place in the squared circle, and I can't attribute it to a legitimate wrestling match, Bulldog. But Bruce has assured all his fans he will be back, and his revenge will be foremost on his mind.
Getting back to the match now. Kim Shaw looking as good as I saw him, like I said, in the last 2 or 3 months. Got that arm hold on Goldie Rogers and just working it and keeping Goldie down in the match, which is a good thing of doing because when Goldie gets up, you can expect fireworks.
Well, he hasn't been able to render a submission from Goldie, but he's weakening his arm to the point that Goldie will be handicapped. Jim Baker there checking to see if Goldie will submit. Once again, Goldie using the hair there, but he wasn't successful in countering the hold. Kim Shaw right back on top with a wrist lock.
Jim Baker down, looking real close to see if his shoulders are down.
Tremendous knee drop right on the arm of Goldie Rogers. Kim Shaw centering his attack on that arm.
Match has been real good up to now. Both of them are sticking to holds. There's been no rough stuff, but I'll tell you, I don't think that's going to last long because Goldie will get irritated any moment now and get up and he'll swing this into violence.
Flamboyant as Goldie is, he's a veteran campaigner who certainly knows his way around the ring, and he's certainly not out of this match yet.
No, we're just probably reaching the 10-minute mark, and there's been no signs of a real decisive winner so far. But I'll tell you, this match is far from being over, and before the smoke clears the ring, I'm sure you'll see Goldie come apart.
Reached the 10-minute mark. There's only 5 minutes left in the duration. Goldie Rogers now backing toward the ropes. Great called for by referee Jim Baker. Right in that turnbuckle. And a monkey flip attempt by Kim Shaw. Wisely countered there by Goldie Rogers. By staying against the corner, Kim Shaw shifted his weight backwards and took him on his head. Goldie Rogers now on the attack.
Well, I knew it wouldn't take too long. Goldie Rogers was a smart. He held on to the top rope while Kim Shaw was given the monkey flip, and it just didn't work. Now Goldie's going to take an advantage of this, and I'm sure he'll open this match up. Good clothesline, Ross.
Very well applied. Now Goldie Rogers, instead of strutting around the ring should go for the victory. Quite a forearm there across the forehead of Kim Shaw. I think Goldie senses that he has his man close to the feet.
That's exactly what I said a few minutes ago. Goldie's got about 3 or 4 minutes to go in this match. He'll keep right on top of him now. And
certainly the tide has changed. Kim Shaw in control for several minutes now on the defensive end. Goldie Rogers wearing him down now with a front headlock.
Well, Ross, let me ask you one more question. What do you think of Lethal Larry Cameron and Kerry Pitt both being tag team partners later on in this card?
Well, it's rather unusual that you would step aside from your usual tag team coach with Kerry as you're sharing the International Tag Team Championship. You're stepping aside to let Kerry Pitt and Cameron as you're facing Chris Benoit and Top Gun Ricky Rice.
An explosive match.
You have two high-powered heavyweights such as your son Kerry and Lethal Larry against the high flyers, the faster-moving Chris Benoit and Ricky Rice. Indeed, it'll be quite a contest.
Well, I'm really excited about this whole card today, and we got a lot of action coming up, a lot of explosive matches. You talk about when you talk about looking at Davey Boy Smith, the Dynamite Kid, Johnny Smith, along with their great manager, Weasel. Oh, what a time I'm going to have, and I'm really enjoying it here with Ross Hart.
First tag team appearance of the British Bruisers, Johnny Smith and the Dynamite Kid, now officially a tag team, and it'll be interesting to see them later in action against the martial arts experts O'Hara and Ron Ritchie. Goldie Rogers still on the attack, just got a 2 count there against Kim Shaw, and right now he's wearing his man down with a chin lock. Kim Shaw receiving quite a rally from the fans here. Totally, he's been the more popular of the two in this match.
Okay, Ross, let me ask you a question now. If you were in the ring now, like you've been many, many times before, and if you had 2 minutes to go in the match, what would be your answer for the last 2 minutes?
Well, I'd certainly try to zero in on my opponent's weakness, and if he didn't have a weakness, then I'd try to catch him off guard with any type of pin, including a small package or a backslide, anything that catches my opponent completely off guard. The match is never over until the time limit's expired.
You Hearts have got an answer for everything, don't you?
Well, I think that would be the strategy of any opponent, not only the Hearts. Right now, Kim Shaw taking quite a pounding. He's on the outside. Goldie Rogers, if he's wise, will let him re-enter the ring so he can go for the victory. Nice shoulder block there by Kim Shaw. Going for a sunset flip. Wisely, though, Goldie Rogers hangs onto the rope, and he saw that move coming. That shows the experience of Goldie Rogers.
Yeah, we got less than a minute to go in this match, and I tell you, I think Goldie should go to work on him right now and try to get that big fall, because this would certainly be an important win for Goldie Rogers at this time.
It certainly would. A win for either one of these two. Now off those ropes goes Kim Shaw again. He ducked the elbow there. What a fly across there. And just barely a 2 count is mustered there. And we're in the dying stages of this match. Terrific right hand blow to the midsection by Kim Shaw. And then a forearm to the head. Going for a big suplex here. Beautifully executed. The time is running out. Only a 2 count there. And this match will go into the record books with a 15-minute draw.
Well, I tell you the truth, I just witnessed a real important match. Goldie Rogers and Kim Shaw wrestled to a hard-fought 15-minute draw. I don't think it was disgrace to see a draw. And Ross Hart, I thought they both looked good in doing what they did.